Welcome guys, this is Shaky Beeves. I've been hanging around on the peripheries of YouTube for a while and I'm very happy to actually be doing this properly. I'm passionate about the community of the site, so without further ado we'll get stuck in. Straight away here I want to draw your attention to this Old Hunter badge. So obviously we're here today to do the Old Hunters DLC. So the reason I just wanted to discuss that briefly is obviously you get the Old Hunter badge from killing Gurman. You know, the final hunter, if you like, the last hunter in the hunter's dream. You know, what is the significance of that? He's an old hunter. He's the only one to have escaped the hunter's nightmare we're about to visit as part of the DLC. Even his character design, he's kind of sat there in a wheelchair, kind of tired, with a blanket over him, kind of decimated from the endless nights of the hunt that he suffered in the hunter's nightmare. You know, even here, look, the weapon that you obtained from him is the burial blade. You know, is the hunter's dream death? Is that what it means? Is it the sweet release from the hunter's nightmare? So, you know, that's what we're going to explore today, and we're going to, you know, discuss all the kind of lore. A lot of it's going to be my own opinion. So, you know, slam me below in the comments. I'm more than happy for your feedback in that respect. Yeah, just quickly, this is kind of the weapons that I picked up throughout the game. The main things I'm going to be using is obviously the Blade of Mercy and the Burial Blade. If you have a look at my character, it's kind of geared towards that. So I didn't have enough focus because, you know, Bloodborne was the first Souls game I've ever got into, and I don't ever want to look back. I just think it's a fantastic series to be part of. But yeah, my build is generally quite high endurance, so I can be fast and nippy, make use of those kind of combos with the Blade of Mercy. Arcane, because Arcane scales with the Burial Blade and the Blade of Mercy, so you get kind of a higher damage output or better skill level with that, and then obviously a bit of vitality because I'm a bit of a, not gonna lie. But yeah, here, looking through this, what I do want to do, and I am going to plan this for the future, is I really missed out on all of the blood tinge area of the weapons. I didn't get to use the cannon, I didn't get to use Evelyn, so I think what I'm going to do in the future is I'm actually going to do a kind of blood tinge playthrough. I'm going to build a class massively geared towards blood tinge and see how far we can get just with firearms as well, so that might be my challenge for the future. Yeah, so I was just having a scan through my inventory. It's been kind of 9 months since I've been with the game, so I'm really looking forward to getting into the DLC with you guys. And then, as it's quite a big occasion, first kind of YouTube video, I thought I'd wear a fancy dress for you. So yeah, I'm wearing a little tiara as well. You know, really stepping out for the occasion. What we just got there, back on the serious note, is the Eye of a Blood Drunk Hunter. So we need this item to activate the DLC. You know, touching upon that quickly, I love the way they do that from Soft. You know, it's not kind of signposted how you actually go and enter the DLC. You know, you buy it and then you have to go onto the internet, essentially try and find out how to activate it. I think I love that because it adds that kind of intrigue and mystery to it. And this game is full of a wealth of intrigue and mystery, and I think that's why so many people buy into it. It's just such a fantastic game. So let's go to the area where we need to get the ball rolling and get started in my fancy frock. Let's go.
Alive and well, are ya? This here's a safe place. Stay as long as you like. But next time you're out on a hunt, remember what I asked. If you find any sane survivors, tell them to seek shelter at Erden Chapel. Because there's nothing to fear here. I know I shouldn't be asking you, but if you happen upon someone while hunting, tell them about this here Erden Chapel. If they seem worth being told, that is. Oh, and I do sincerely hope they are. I know I shouldn't be.
It doesn't sound too legit to me, to be honest. Yeah, he's a dodgy bugger. Bit of background with him was the first time I played the game, I actually just executed him on the spot. So I was a bit of an idiot because I couldn't go through with obviously the brilliant storyline around the baby, really freaky storyline where you bring the of the occupants to the Odin Chapel, as he says, and some weird, freaky stuff happens. So I kind of want to play through again and see that through. But yeah, that guy, I don't trust him. He's dodgy, hence the reason I killed him the first time, like an absolute plonker. Here we go. Now look at that gnarly beast there. That to me, it's got to be Amygdala, surely. It looks exactly like Amygdala from the Nightmare Frontier. You know, what's the significance of that? Why is she the master of this, of the Hunter's Nightmare? You know, will we find out? Probably not, because it's a From Software game, so as we know, they're going to keep all of that locked away, and have us constantly banging on and going on to forums in terms of what the hell is going on in this game, you know. But that's what keeps us involved, guys, you know. So yeah, I'm basically waiting to get grabbed by that nasty bugger at this moment in time. I don't know why he wasn't attracted to my dress. I'm quite upset. Yeah, I was messing around for a while. See, here we go. Ooh, tasty.
Feeds their children too. And their children forever true.
Curse the fiends and their children forever true. Now, is that something in respect of the ending of the game? I don't want to, you know, throw a few spoilers here, guys, but the ending of the game, if you follow it right through and find the Moon Presence boss, then it's almost as if you're reborn. So, you know, is that something in respect to that? Is there some lore around that? You know, curse them and their children too. It just blows my mind, this game. We're going to be forever trying to dig about and find the answers, I think. So here we are. This is the Hunter's Nightmare. We've got to have a roll in some pots. It's just the way things are done around here. So at this moment in time, I was feeling nervous. I'm not going to lie. The game, we all know what it's like. I was on edge. So I'm having a look about, keeping my wits about me, and you'll see the results from that. I don't think it saves my skin, put it that way. But I just wanted to talk about this imagery here. Now, obviously, it can be taken a couple of ways, but look, we've got a clock tower in the background there. You know, in the Nightmare of Mensis, it was the same thing. We had this clock tower. You know, is there something significant in that, in the sense that, you know, once you're in a nightmare zone, time never moves on. Time never, it isn't significant anymore. You're locked in this never-ending nightmare. So, you know, is the clock tower synonymous with that? Is it almost kind of mocking those that have fallen into these nightmares? You know, in particular this one, the Hunter's Nightmare. You know, so we've got the blood moon there in the background. I think the visuals just look absolutely amazing. It struck me straight away, and I think it's going to be the same with Dark Souls as well. It looks absolutely phenomenal. But just take that in. Look at that sky. Look at the buildings. It's just end of the world stuff. It looks phenomenal. Gotta love you, twin shards. Get your weapons up. I've got quite a good truckload of them, so what I'm hoping to do basically is keep them backed up to upgrade the new weapons for the DLC. Look at that threatening mofo with that chain whip, that beastly chain. I was cacking my pants. This is how not to play Bloodborne, guys. Watch this. There is a one-hit wonder. A one-hit wonder, and I'm down. So So I went back in for the kill. Obviously I had a total costume change. As I said earlier, I was acting way too cocky. So I'm using the executioner set here. It had good kind of damage resistance, blunt and thrust, stuff like that. And then this helmet as well, which has got fantastic damage resistance. That self into a corner, tactics wise. But on a serious note, use your environment. With me there, I completely walked into that. Third time's a charm, guys, third time's a charm. Now, again, I want to talk tactics. Now look at this. We can see that they present us with a hunter. FromSoft present us with this kind of mini boss on a very tight walkway. Look at this. There's nowhere to maneuver. So what you need to be doing in Bloodborne is thinking about your environment, thinking what you fight. With this, I realised, right, this is not the place to do it. Let's take him down to this open area. I can have a bit of breathing space, get my head back into gear, and actually get out of the way of those attacks, hopefully. So it's a vicious attack. He seems to hit you from every angle. This is a classic tactic in Bloodborne, and it helped me massively throughout the game. With this here, I'm leading him into a singular doorway. I know the exact direction he's coming from, and it gives me that little upper hand and that little bit of breathing space. There it is. Baby! That's what we wanted. And now my confidence is back. I needed that. Boom. So there, look, from a tactical perspective, pick your battles in Bloodborne. Don't fight in tight corridors where you've got no way to back out of the fight. As with all Souls games, it's just as important to run away as it is to actually face the battle head on. And I'm feeling good now. I've led him into where I wanted to face him, and instead of falling into his hands as a victim. I mean, that was a horrible little mini boss to start off the game. The hunters are so threatening, in this DLC. It's absolutely nuts. You're going to see a little bit more later, but who are the real beasts out tonight? You'll see. As always with Bloodborne, I'm feeling so tentative here. I want to take my time, I don't want to rush into anything. You can see that from a nervous kind of skipping around. What awaits me, I don't know after that fight. So we're picking up some gear here. Old hunter hat, it looks pretty damn cool, to be honest. I think I might switch out to it, I'm not too sure. Got way too much gear, I need to clear out my inventory. Oh, are you kidding me? Laugh. There you go, as I said, watch your back in Bloodborne. This guy, I've got to get this weapon. Jesus Christ. Here we go, same tactic, lead him in. really relying on those viscerals, as you can see. There it is. I actually missed that one. Unbelievable. No! Even watching this back, this is killing me. Run, 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 run. Please run. That's it. So you noticed I got the beast roar. I didn't even use it. I should have used the beast roar. It's such a good little item. I keep messing up these viscerals. Painful to watch. You silly sausage. Look, that's one hit. See the way I play around with this is how not to play. I should have just swooped in and just finished it. We're dodging nicely there. Look, one hit, I could have dropped him there. Bit silly of me. When I watched this back, I thought, what was I doing? God. There you go. There you go. Sit down. Have a cup of tea. And we're in. So here, you know, I'll give you where my head was at. My confidence was coming back now. That first boss completely ruined me. One hit wonder. And you know, if somebody one hits you, you're thinking, God almighty, what's going on? I'm sticking this up on YouTube. People are going to think I'm a bag of nails. Absolute bag of nails, which we don't want. I mean, look at this imagery. It just looks stunning. Cannot wait for Dark Souls 3. I wanted to basically get Dark Souls 3 and get it right up on my channel. I might still do it. I might do a day one kind of UK jobby. The thing is, what's ruined it is, you know, a lot of the Yanks, a lot of the US commentators, the YouTubers have had the game for the past 3-4 weeks. So it's kind of been covered. It's kind of took the joy out of it, really. I just want to quickly touch on this. Look, so you've got beasts slain everywhere, all over this DLC. It is a real hunt. Nightmare. Noob vision. Yes, look at that. That's why I love the Blade of Mercy. Look at that sweep attack. So this is why I had it geared for beasts. All makes sense. So look at those beasts stalking in there. Oh, look. I'm wetting my pants. Come on, it's alright. Don't be afraid. Oh, missed that jump attack. That's so painful. Stun lock. There you go. That's what I was talking about, guys. Look at that. The stun lock completely just took him out. We've got that range attack as well, that sweep attack. Such a good weapon. This little strafe there, that was nice. Now look at that hunter. I don't know what he's got. He looks absolutely shit scary. I leg it, essentially. Pick your battles, guys, in Bloodborne. Pick your battles. I wasn't feeling up to it then. I thought I want to have a little explore first. Look up, they're absolutely at it. I just thought this was amazing. Like, look, we're going to get deep again. This is philosophical time. It's philosophy hour, really. That's what you're watching. Shaky B's philosophy hour. I mean, look at that view. It just looks magnificent. The real beast for me, on a serious note, are the hunters. They're so threatening the way they walk towards you coldly. They're way more threatening than the beast on the streets tonight. You know, they've lost their humanity. They've become blood-addled. They're blood-drunk. All they see is the kill. They can't even differentiate me between the beasts. I'm just a human being. You know, I'm just a chill dude. And they're out to get me, you know. So, the real beast for me are these guys. So we've got the old classic sword cleaver here. Original starting weapon. Look at that stun lock. So look, 1500 damage stun lock. He didn't get a hit to me until after about 8 hits. That's why I love that weapon. come on, you. Look 'em. I think they're so bad. God. Again, a genuine tactic. Run in fear. Run in fear if things aren't going well. Sit down, you scarecrow little. So look, if you notice, we're getting quite healthy drops. We're getting a lot of health files and stuff like that dropping. A lot of that will be boosted by that high room we're using, and that's going to avoid me spending unnecessary echoes. I want to keep my echoes for the gear I'm going to be picking up throughout the DLC. Crack those gates, get those shortcuts opened. So obviously all your Bloodborne aficionados, whatever you want to call it, you'll see that this is an area that we're all familiar with, but kind of mishmashed. I don't know how it's going to evolve. I'm kind of hoping we get some completely new areas, but at the same time I'm actually loving the start of this. It's just fantastic. It's a place we know, but not quite the same, and I think that's synonymous with a nightmare. Nightmares, again, look, it's philosophy time. Nightmares, sometimes familiar to us. We might be in our house, our home, however something's not quite right, something's different, and I think that's maybe what FromSoft will go with this. They want to put you in an area that you're so familiar with and you've walked numerous times, but completely subvert your expectations. You'll see more of that later, really subverting your expectations, and I thought it was fantastic. FromSoft for me are leaders of the pack in terms of development at the minute. They're just phenomenal. Dark Souls 3 is looking blinded. You're going to get sick of me saying that, to be honest. There we go, so we're picking up the old hunter gear here, which is looking quite cool, to be fair. I think I switch it out. Yeah, here we go, little costume change. It looks pretty cool. Fancy. Ooh, fancy. I had to stare at that for quite a long time, as you saw. Ooh, fancy. Alright, we get the drift. Just put it on. Put it on. As you guys have probably clocked, I've recorded my commentary separately. It's the way my setup is at the minute. Ideally I want to do it live. Due to constraints, I'm not doing it live at the minute, but that's why I'm trying to angle it, that we make it a bit of a discussion around lore, we make it a discussion around tactics, and I hope you guys can see the benefit in that. I think it's going to really come into play when we do the bosses in particular. Look at that transform attack on the Blade of Mercy. So that's an R1, R1, L1. Look at that. There you go. Oh, it's just a beautiful, beautiful weapon. I love everything about it. I'm going to try and kind of most likely pick a character that's kind of focused around that for Dark Souls as well. I just loved it. It made the game for me. Good friend of mine, he'll know who he is. I'm going to get him to watch this video. He completely effed up. He didn't do the Crow storyline, Elaine the Crow. He completely missed it, which you can do, and didn't get to use the Blade of Mercy, and I think it killed the game for him because I kept banging on about it, how much I loved it. So yeah, sorry dude. Here we go, I'm flapping it again here, legging it.
taste my blade. Taste it. Run. He's just spamming bullets left, right and centre. What happens though is absolutely brilliant, you'll see. Take a breather, take some time, rethink your strategy. Now that, on a serious note, is a genuine tactic of Bloodborne. You know, don't rush in. Look, now I can sneak up behind him and give him a little swifty shifty. Look at this. Oh, it's just beautiful. You ready? That bolt attack. Oh yes. He enjoyed that. He loved it. 1,706 echoes for that one little hunter. So you know those runes are coming into play now, and hopefully they're going to put us in good stead to buy some gear. You know, we're on about 50 echoes now. It's looking good. It's looking tasty. So I'm noticing some enemies down there. Look at that. Look at that view. Look at the imagery. It's just an incredible game, like nothing I've ever played. And I had to drink in that view. I'm a mega geek like that. Yeah, perfect example of not rushing in. Good rook of echoes for that. Just for not rushing in. Absolutely brilliant. Again, level design, AI design from Soft, they really think about everything, you know, and they're expecting you to crumble when you first play this game, and let me tell you, you do. When I first entered the streets of Yharnam, I died 38 times on the initial bit, the first stretch. I literally did. My missus was out, I had the house to myself. I thought, yeah, I'm going to sink into Bloodborne. I didn't get 10 game meters into it, but it had me hooked from then. I thought, I'm owning this, I'm getting it. You know, in the end I did. I've played it through twice almost. There's that bell, that ominous bell. Whoa. It puts the shivers up you, so it does. Yorkshire accent. Oh my god. Look. Oh my god. You don't sound happy. Oh yeah, I want to get involved with him, don't I? Have them. But here's a good tactic. Don't throw molotovs away from your enemy. Ooh. That enemy, look, I don't know what he is. He's kind of like a, you know, an executioner. Those familiar enemies that you've seen before. But he's huge, and he's got kind of a that frenzy octopus style face. I don't know whether he can actually frenzy you. He scared the crap out of me, I've got to admit. So again, I was being very tentative. I didn't want to die. I don't want you guys to watch repeated deaths over and over. So patience. Ooh, I'm scared. Are you scared? I'm scared. Look at that. That is a big hitter. I mean, if you notice with the DLC, I mean, I certainly did. There are some big hitters. Even that first hunter was a massive hitter. I mean, one hit killed me. Unbelievable. Right, we got this, we got this. Stalk him, stalk my prey. See, look, I'm going to bang on and bang the same drum here, but look, patience is a virtue in this game. You know, taking a measured approach is what it's all about. Completely missed that. Die! Come on, have a seat. those hits. You can tell I seriously did not want to die here. I think I was looking for Molotovs, to be honest, just to, I mean, even early game in Bloodborne, definitely for those early days, Molotovs are just fantastic, because they just take those big chunks of health out, just give you that little upper hand when you're feeling on the back foot. Come on. There it is. That's like, I think that was almost over 6,000 echoes for him. He's a real little mini boss. I'm looking forward to the mini bosses in Dark Souls 3, God almighty. They look amazing. Even as much as the main bosses, to be honest. Now, I think what I'll do here, so with all these routes, I was trying to kind of piece together the best route for me to take. You know, I haven't got a clue where I'm going at this point in time, but I'll go down this little alleyway, and it's quite interesting what I see, but it's kind of, I'm getting a lay of the land, and I think that's really important with this game. Miyazaki, the designer, the great creator of all the Souls games, well, Dark Souls 1, Demon Souls, and Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3, I love his level design. I mean, look at this, what's that leading to? It all looks familiar but different, and that's what I really like about it. It's that kind of nightmare, that dream state. Somewhere I know, somewhere I'm familiar with, but this feels a little bit different. So yeah, I decided not to go down that route. It seemed a bit heavy. I'm gonna revisit it next week. And you guys are joining me. So look, we've got another dead beast there. So it really is the hunt tonight. Slain, and there's another one. He looks like he's had one too many swift ones. Well, guys, look, I thought this bit was brilliant. This is From Software, subverting your expectations. Now, I was so scared about walking into here because, as we all know, this is a prominent site of a massive boss fight in Bloodborne, Vicar Amelia. So I was seeing this character in the distance, thinking the minute I walk through there, boss fight is going to kick in. And it took me a little while to decide, yeah, let's take the plunge. But lo and behold, nothing. And I just think that's absolutely a brilliant moment, because FromSoft know a Bloodborne player is going to stand there and go, hold on, is this a boss fight? They just really subvert your expectations, and I just thought it was fantastic again. This imagery, I was trying to kind of piece together something. It kind of looks like Vicar Amelia, but kind of decimated and burnt. I don't actually know whether it is though, giving it a second look. And obviously this kind of desecrated Amelia type figure is on a throne burning, with kind of a headless figure with a tree towering over it. If you guys have got any ideas there, what I pick up is an eye pendant. So I'm presuming this is either going to allow me to buy some of the new gear, or maybe even unlock a new area, so we'll see. This is my OCD here. I've literally got to check every nook and cranny. It's the way I am. So if you're going to watch my kind of videos, my guides, my playthroughs, yeah, I'm a little bit like that, kleptomaniac as well, particularly when I start Fallout 4. I'm just going to be robbing everything. Tin cans, polished turds, used tampons. So guys, we're wrapping up there. I hope you join me next week for more of Bloodborne the Old Hunters DLC. As you can see, we had 2 deaths this week. Count is going to definitely skyrocket once I hit the bosses. but thank you. This is Shaky Beeves, signing out. See you next week.